Hi, it's Joy and thank you for watching The Umbrella Academy Season 3 Episode 6, Marigold. We found Pogo at the end of the last episode. Hopefully the two teams are going to be able to find a way to team up to stop the Kugel Blitz, because their petty grievances with each other are not worth the end of the universe as we know it, but we will see what happens. A reminder that as always you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and let us go. So he was with the Sparrows. Good times were had by all.
You're gonna tap out and pass out. It's your choice.
Well, he's great brother.
Afraid there's no tapping out in the real world, children.
Jesus Christ.
That's enough. No.
Just gonna fight back.
Bravo.
Now he feels embarrassed in front of Papa. Oh, sorry, wrong show. Very. You showed excellent leadership, and then you showed excellent sportsmanship.
Until then, you overestimate yourself. Children, leave us.
This was before Reginald was drugged to death. Well, we can wish.
Sending them to the other side now would be suicide.
You've grown too attached.
The other
my
side?
old friend. Lost.
And you've grown so detached, you've lost your humanity.
Did he ever have any? Let's face it, no.
Why wait? You can be gone in an hour.
Fuck. Because realistically, I know he's ended up tattooing for a bikie gang or whatever. What would a sentient monkey be able to do in the world? You bitch. So Reginald's even worse in this timeline in some ways, which turned these kids into even more dysfunctional psychopaths. Many of them, at least. Is that the pills they dose Reginald with? You do realise that as a group, we could all have just said, fuck you, Reginald. He could have stayed. This could have been better. Wouldn't have even needed to drug him, necessarily.
One of his children. From another timeline.
Well, guy.
Or what?
Yep. Pogo. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 is not someone you want to piss off. Of course he could ride a motorbike. Oh lord. Well, it's the next day now. I mean, the city is literally falling apart. Everything's great.
You two getting along?
Just great, yep.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work?
There is no other plan. It will work.
Okay, otherwise I swear to God I'm gonna rumor your ass to come back with me, okay? Yeah.
And she does not mind rumoring her siblings. She has a painting of the picture of the moon on her wall.
I think I could keep you hidden.
Remember when I told you that my family is all that I have?
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder if I even have that.
You do. I wish you had it more.
That's fine.
Jesus Christ.
And 10. Not with you. Stan!
Stanley!
Is he in the secret room? They didn't notice.
Stanley!
I presume it's a room. Could be a portal to another dimension.
Oh boy.
Oh, he said about sending the children to the other side, didn't he?
Can we just go in a circle?
Victor?
I don't think you can get involved right now, Allison.
Harlan, stop!
I can't take it.
Harlan, that's enough! I heard a rumor. You let him go.
Listen harder, Victor. You have to listen.
You can't get through. Oh! Fuck.
We can try till tonight. There's still time. You promise.
That didn't look safe. I know why Allison intervened.
No, there's something. Well, I don't have anywhere else to go.
I think in this instance, Allison is just trying to help. That did not look safe or good.
Stand here.
Did they manage to time travel again? Could he take it out of Harlan before they died? Or whatever. Is that the thing?
I'll take every second of whatever version of you we've got. I'm not him, you moron. Yeah, Yes, I know.
We're very aware. They're inviting him to become a sparrow. What about the rest of them?
Hey, what's wrong?
He does care about his family, though.
You can stay as long as you like.
It's weakening the Umbrella Academy if they do recruit him. Tear them apart from the inside by recruiting them, I suppose. How long has Five been driving?
I don't know, but he referred to it as Project Oblivion.
He wanted this?
You are marvelously deranged. Sit. Sit, come.
But he never gets this kind of entertainment. But he said something about sending the sparrows to the other side.
Mr. Ring it.
Trudy's gonna kill me.
Who's Trudy?
Stan's mom.
Wait.
Stan, he's not our child.
Jesus Christ. Lila. This bitch.
Kind of like, did I come back?
Drawing his symbols.
I'm hanging. Part 1 of your healing. Experimentation.
House, this is not a good thing. Reginald is still a psychopath.
And Project Oblivion is starting again, and you are all in danger.
Tell us more, please.
You're still using the sounds that you can hear. Like
In
the
fact,
rain.
to the violin playing or something? I don't know if that could help. It kind of would tie everything in a loop.
You have to learn.
Okay, so that's why he listens to the sounds.
Listen with your marigold.
Makes total sense.
Please stop.
Why?
Because you're not real.
That's what he would say.
No, Dad, 9 years.
We're both always gonna be with you.
I just desperately hope somehow she's able to get Claire back, and I don't know how. So apologize to Luther, please. It's working? No, look, it worked! If we could somehow time travel and do that, it would be even better.
Harlan.
It's free.
If we did it.
With time travel, could Victor manage to do that in the past? It's just gonna be fine, he just needs to sleep and heal. It's all gonna be fine because I said so.
And I wanted to see what kind of dad you'd make. You know, stress test.
Lila, you bitch.
Stanley's in on it.
Lila, you are horrible.
You're...
You stutter. You don't get to play with people's emotions like that.
I adore that little.
I don't like Lila, she can get
More than you
lost.
ever will, but Stan.
I don't like the hold you have on my brother.
It's because of what I did to all of you.
Fuck.
And what?
About the mothers.
You're the reason Claire doesn't exist.
You're the reason they're all dead.
It was an accident.
The reasonably speaking, Claire wouldn't have existed anyway because you wouldn't have been picked by
I
Reginald.
didn't hurt them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Colin, you're so stupid for telling her.
Why?
Allison. Have you ever done something that was out of your control or in your control that felt shitty?
Not without Stan.
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! What the fuck was Reginald playing at with this? Is Stan just gonna be casually chilling on the other side? Did he get bored or is he gonna charge? Yep. Well, fuck. Well, hopefully we can get everybody back that gets disintegrated. If we can somehow make it back to the past, stop Harlan from killing their mothers, maybe things could be better.
This is done.
Allison. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. And Luther. Well, everything's going to hell. You should fucking apologize to him. Bitch. Luther's being a bit of a bitch putting on the Sparrow outfit too. Okay, so Lila is, I mean, she's always been a strange character. She was a character I had hope for. I had hope that she could potentially like join the family and sort of still be Lila, but heal a bit, settle down a bit, and instead she's just wacky and weird and horrible. So Lila can fuck off. Diego deserves better. Stanley is even more of a reason why I hope we can reverse the Kugel Blitz somehow and get everybody back, because he is a child. As much as he was part of a very, very cruel trick, I think he was just a kid trying to have a good time, and this man will be nice to him. It was nice. Lila is a piece of work who can fuck off. So 5 and Pogo. It seems like the thing about sending the sparrows to the other side, was it always at this hotel? Was it always with the passageway? Why was that not a thing in the original timeline, or was it a thing in the original timeline? It's all so interesting. I assume Reginald has something to do with that passageway, something to do with what's on the other side, and maybe even the weirdness of the hotel has something to do with guarding that. I guess we'll get into. Diego's fingers, did not expect. Diego deserves a break. I am so glad that this plan Victor and Harlan had worked, in the sense that we were able to get the Victor magicness out of Harlan. My hope now is somehow with more time travel that doesn't go wrong, Victor could go back and find Harlan and Sissy, potentially like years before, but at the very, very, very least, before Sissy dies, before he blows up, and can take the power out of him then, now that he knows the frequency and knows how to be in tune to it. Potentially an adult Harlan might be able to help, or at least Victor knows what to do now. He knows how to make it work. Allison is kind of becoming a villain, and I don't like it. Like, I get why she's acting the way she is, but really her actions in the last episode were kind of the point where I was like, if she doesn't turn back here, she's going to become extraordinarily permanently unlikable. And then she just didn't turn back. Like, I really thought in this episode when she was helping out Victor, and then when she kind of had that emotional conversation with her imagination of Ray, that maybe she would start to kind of like heal or build a way forward. Always keeping in mind that maybe a way to time travel back to Ray, or to time travel to fix the death of their mothers. I mean, knowing the instance that caused it, if we're able to stop the Kugel Blitz, if we're able to save this universe, now maybe more time travel would just jeopardize it again, and we shouldn't do that. But we could at least talk about and consider a way to go back, depower Harlan before he kills their mothers, get Reginald to choose them and abuse them like he did originally, so that Allison becomes an actress and meets the actor guy and has Claire. Because if she was raised by whoever her birth mother was, she would never, ever, ever have been in the same position and met the same man and had Claire. You know, even if she had a drive to act, she wouldn't have had the kind of stardom, nepotism boost of being in the Umbrella Academy. She would have had to work up a lot more, and she would not have been in the same place at the same time to have Claire. But for her to just outright murder Harlan because he killed the mothers with a power that you know he's not in control of, when you yourself have used your power unintentionally and have used your power intentionally to harm, you just do that. You don't consult Victor. It would be one thing if she'd gone in, woken Victor up despite the state he was in, dragged him back to the hotel, got the whole family together and be like, this guy killed our mothers and Victor was covering it up, so that it was everybody could have a thing. But Allison knows what it's like to use your powers in a way that harms others, intentionally or intentionally, and yet she still did that. And then the smirk she gave Luther, you know, if that was me, if I had done something horrific that had hurt someone I cared about, and then I saw something that made it look like they were leaving me and my family, that they were kind of like breaking away, and I would think, I pushed them to that, I would feel terrible about it. I wouldn't be like, evil smirk. I don't understand this writing choice. Do other people who watch this show not want the family to ever get more functional? And by that I don't mean they have to become normal, but want them to reach a point where they are actually a family who help each other out and care, because they are a family that care about each other, but 80% of the time they just do not act like it, and it's fucking frustrating. So I don't know what they're doing with Allison right now, and I'm very disappointed. I'm kind of disappointed in Luther putting on the Sparrow Academy suit. I don't, you know, it's the same way that I don't think it's like write his character off. He's gone, he's betrayed the family. I can see why, given that he's fallen out with Victor, the whole family disintegrated, they are not functional, and maybe this is a second chance he could be with Sloane. What I feel like he ought to have pushed for in that moment was just a union of the families to face the Cuba Blitz, and we'll see what happens afterwards. To stop being at war, you do not need an old man to pay when they were literally there to murder the Umbrella Academy. What were the Sparrows going to do? They walked in, they decided they were just going to massacre us, but we got massacred instead, therefore you were evil. So I think Luther was dumb to put the suit on, but he was acting from a place of an emotional place of feeling hurt and of wanting security and safety he feels with Sloane. So I am disappointed in him, but then the level of disappointment I have in Allison is like, oh, Luther, you're alright then. The conversation with Ben about the other Ben being in there, it makes me hopeful that potentially some of Ben's niceness could come out, but I think this Ben is too far gone. Becoming vaguely nicer would still make him a pretty shit person. How is Sloane so nice and sane seeming? Klaus trusting Reginald was dumb. I know he seemed nicer, but you got him off the pills. The pills were making him nicer, Klaus. Reginald is still the same dick he always was, and now he's back at the front of the Sparrows being all like Lord of the Manor. Very stressed. Stressed about where Klaus is, for one matter, given that, Reginald's there. Then you have the whole mess with Diego, Stanley and Lila. Lila can fuck off. Victor is... hopefully when he recovers from what happened, like the strain of it all, he'll be more powerful than before because some of that power was given away and has matured for all these years. So hopefully Victor will now be even more powerful than he was before. 5 is off on his pogo mission, getting some information, which is good. Getting a tattoo that may be magical. We did see Reginald drawing something out when one of the symbols out when he was talking to Klaus. So things are building still. I'm very disappointed in Allison. Intrigued about where the rest of the story is going to go. Kind of disappointed in the writing that they are really playing up the shock, kind of the shock rivalry moments, or we're such a funny quirky show, instead of focusing on the relationships that would really be the beating heart of this show if they gave them the time to flourish that they almost do. I think that's what's the most frustrating, is they keep being like, would you like the family? It will be a family. Nah, you can't have it. Oh, no. And frustrating me, but I am enjoying the season. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.